And so our first pillar is called Beyond Bestseller. And we really have a very broken system, and the system says we need to focus on that launch week, becoming a bestseller, and really not focusing on anything else. Well, there's much more to life than having great rankings. Great rankings are wonderful. It's great for our ego, but being an Amazon bestseller within a category is not the be all and end all. So we really want to think about strategy over rankings. So when we chase those bestseller lists, and I hold my hand up, I have done it. The book prior to Words from the Wild, which is called Rebirth, oh my goodness me, that's what I was chasing, was bestseller status. And I can tell you from personal experience, it was exhausting. So, I've remembered those lessons, and it was great to be able to say to people, look at me, I'm a bestseller. But really, what I wanted was much more impact. And so when I wrote this book, as I said previously, to me, it was I need to build that strategy before I think about tactics, and don't wear myself out going, buy my book, buy my book. So the bestseller list it's lovely. It is. And I'm not going to take that away from anybody, but we don't need that to validate the book's success. The shift we want to make is to create a long-term author business, not a 1 week or a 1 month spike. We want our book to become something more, to have meaning and have message. So this bestseller status, it is fleeting. It is truly fleeting. And I know for a lot of successful people, we have to keep coming back and going, buy my book, and then you'll go up in the ranks again. And if you want to do that, please, do it, do it, do it, do it. But my invitation is we want to create lasting legacy. We want to create a bigger impact with the words that we've written. And let's face it, we don't get much royalties when we sell a book. We get more when we start selling things around the book. So this is about, for me, it's about a legacy. So the book it's not a trophy. I mean, I know when you first launch it and it's all very, very exciting, but it's a tool to something else. It's a portal to creating something much more long lasting. So the think differently is the badge is for Amazon. Remember, it's not your platform, and strategy is for you. So for Amazon, for authors to keep publishing books, it keeps their platform alive. They are a sales platform. So like I said, there is absolutely nothing wrong with bestseller status. I have enjoyed it on several occasions, and it is a lovely validation and it can open doors, but it's not a strategy. It's just an outcome in the moment. So I'm going to talk about someone that you may or may not know. I do not know this person personally, so I need to stress that. And what I've done is, I've read her books, I've visited her website, I've listened to her talk, all sorts of things. And I deeply, deeply admire this person. And I'm using her as a model because I think she has done some amazing things. Now, I don't know if it's the truth that she didn't chase number one. What I do know is the truth is she's built a movement, and it's been incredible, and she has sparked this global conversation on money mindset. She's got her money archetypes, there's all sorts of things. So her brand has become the destination, not the bestseller charts, but she does sell a lot of books. So what she's created is a is a thriving, what we call an ecosystem of courses and coaching and community. And people I know who have worked with her absolutely adore her work. And I think that if we can model ourselves on somebody like that. Now, obviously, she didn't have overnight success. She worked her bloody socks off to get where she is. And hats off her for doing that. And we're going to have to do the same thing. But it's worth looking at someone like this and, if you like, reverse engineering and saying, well, where did it start? And, you know, what next and what next and what next? And we can learn so much by looking at other people. So our strategic alternative is, instead of optimizing for that, I'm going to call it a single week, it might be a month, it might be 2 months, but build your systems for sustainable growth. So we have a book. What else can we build out of that book? Now, you might not know the answer right now. Your head might be full of a million ideas. Scribble them down, park them, put them to one side, and eventually they will become a unified strategy for you. So we want to take some action. And your action step is to think about, before you define anything else, what does success really look like? Now, I'm going to add something into that. What does it feel like? Now, success is different from everybody. You don't look at other people and go, that's what success means to me, because I truly believe that we often measure success by something that is completely unattainable. So success for us might be launch a book, create a mastermind, and that has longevity. It just might be as simple as something like that. So think about, what does that look like and how does that feel for you? So the question to extend that is it a screenshot of a ranking? Now, I know that is such a lovely thing. I did that on the last book, Rebirth. I kept capturing all these number ones in all these different categories, but actually it's the impact it has and the income that comes from it that really is the most important thing. So do some scribbling, do some thinking, do some reflecting, and then we will move on to our next module.